Well, hello everybody, and welcome to a Let's Discuss Morrowind video. This will be a non-gameplay video. In it, I will first talk about some feedback that you've given me, and my thoughts on that, and whether I'll address it or put it into the LP or whatever. Then I'll talk about my thoughts and just like how I think the LP is going, and then finally we're going to read whatever books Karish happens to have in his inventory at the time. And there aren't currently many right now. So we're looking over this nice little vista, and as the sun rises through the trees, I thought it was quite nice to look at as we discuss some stuff. And honestly, I haven't done one of these in a while due to various reasons, you know, time restraints and all that. But just going back the last couple of videos, there aren't that many things that I need to address, which on the whole I reckon is good, because it's not like I have a shortage of comments. It's just that you guys seem to be pretty happy with the way things are going, you know. So I guess I'm doing a good job in general, dare I say it. So quite pleased with that. Thank you for all your feedback. A lot of you seem to be really enjoying this Let's Play. Plenty of views, plenty of likes. Not that I really look at that sort of stuff very often, but you know, I don't want to disregard it, so thank you for those. And those of you who commented, thanks very much. And just a couple general things really that we sort of need to, we don't even need to address it, but you know, I started doing these videos, so I think I should keep up doing them. So one thing that sort of cropped up a couple of times is comments such as, you need to do this, or Karish should do that. Karish should get changed for a start, but yeah, Karish needs better summoning spells. You know, a tip, if you go here and get this, yada yada yada. So most of the stuff that you guys like suggests, I know, and I kind of know where you're going with things and everything, and I know what Karish needs. You know, I know he needs a better summoning spell, and I almost bought one once, didn't I, with the skeleton thing, and then didn't. It is like getting up there on his list of priorities, but I need to just buy what the game throws at me, really, you know, and just make it seem more natural. So even though I might do it next episode, I don't want to say right now I want to go and try and find this spell. The only time that I kind of did that in the past was when I was trying to find an item to kill ghosts with and damage ghosts with. That's something that I regret doing, because it was a large, I don't want to say waste of an episode, but it wasn't a very productive episode in doing so. But that was a lesson learned. So it's something that I won't be doing again. So I don't want to just say right now I'm going to try and find this spell because it'll be the most useful to go on this quest with, because that's completely against what I want the LP to be, which is sort of very natural, very organic. You know, Karish has never been here before. While he is an accomplished mage, at least in his own head, he doesn't really know what he's doing, and he doesn't know where everything is in the world. He doesn't know where to get all these spells. But having said that, next episode, it's getting to the stage where I do need either a charm or a fortify personality spell, and I'll get to that in a little bit, because that was something that was mentioned. And I think I'm going to make a beeline to try and do that, and that should be relatively easy to do. Some people have said there's one in Balmora, which is one of the first places I think he'd try and go and get one, because that's where the Mages Guild is based, or where the biggest Mages Guild he's seen is. Well, I suppose there's one in Veriax as well, so we might go there first. But I want to play it as naturally as possible, but I know full well that you can get a charm spell in Balmora. But I know a lot of things in the game that I'm trying to ignore for the character. And, you know, one of the things that's coming across is that you guys really like the fact that he's struggling, but he's making progress. Like, he's not ruffle stomping over everything. He's bumbling his way through every quest that he's got so far. And it's only when we get to a thing such as we need to make people like us more that we have to sort of back off and say, I can't do this yet because I don't have enough money to bribe people. Even if I did, his personality score is too low, so we wouldn't be able to, and his speechcraft is too low, so we wouldn't be able to do it anyway. So that's when I have to say, right, well, in order to do this, we need this. So that's when I'm going to try and working next episode, the buying a charm spell or whatever, something to help him in that sort of situation. So I'll try and do it as naturally as possible, but it's very difficult to play a game that I know really well, as if I'd never played it before, through an eyes of a character that I'd never played it before. So that's why I left it so long to play this Let's Play, because, like I said, when when I got to this area before, I didn't know where I was. Like, I knew where it was on the map and everything, and I knew what the area was comprised of, but I didn't know. I know there's people stuck in the background there. I'm trying to ignore it. I didn't know the place, the name, the places, the name places, the places of the name of the places. So that was kind of nice for me to just have the where am I, what am I doing sort of moment. That's kind of a novelty. But don't be fooled. I have played this game quite extensively. Interactive Morrowind is an example of that, where I played for 400 episodes at least, knowing every inch of this game. So, yeah, I'm just trying to come across as if he doesn't know what he's doing. The next sort of point was on the whole charming thing, and somebody said, sorry, I don't write the names down of the commenters, but 45 personality might be better than charm in game world type things, just in mechanic wise, and possibly, I've never really done that, honestly, to 45's personality. It would have the same effect, wouldn't it? My only kind of thing is, and this is really meta, but 45 personality is restoration, and charm is illusion, and illusion spells increases intelligence, so that'll get him more magicka. So that's why I'm leaning towards charm still. Although it would be kind of an interesting experiment to see, because I probably will pick up both, eventually, to see the effectiveness of both, compared to the magicka cost and like, how effective they are at what they do. Because it's something that I am as a player, I'm curious about. It's not something that I've ever experimented with. So so I'll stick for charm for now, because I do want the intelligence boost. And I know it's like really bad of me to say that, but yeah, that's kind of what I'll go with. I also suspect that charm will be slightly easier on the magicka as well, but I'm not entirely sure. That's why we'll pick up both eventually. So my plans remain unchanged on that, but an interesting point, and one that has got me thinking, though, yeah, very meta, but there we go, and it's kind of the last point, really, and I'm sorry if you've like commented on things before, and you expect me to sort of cover it, but I've either sort of disregarded it, or I might have covered it in another video or whatever, but a cleansing spell / item, either on myself or on enemies. It's a good idea, because it doesn't like touching things, and fire cleanses things, so a ring of fire damage for 1 point on self would kind of work. I think he'd take that, to sort of have this sort of, it wouldn't do much damage to him, but it would just like, it'd be like taking a really hot shower in fire, because there's no like way to get clean in the game. It's just not covered. It just doesn't exist. So it's kind of a nice way to do it. And also to do it on enemies as well, to use fireballs and just fire on enemies to cleanse them before we loot them, is another possibility. And I would only do that via an item. I wouldn't use the actual spells, so it would help his enchanting skill. But more fire for cleansing, I think, is like a thumbs up. It's a good idea, and I'll try and do it at some point. So that's sort of like your thoughts, and my thoughts really are kind of mirrored in yours. Is that I really I'm digging this LP. I enjoy playing it. You guys seem to enjoy watching it, and I said at the end of the last video, if you've got anything you want me to raise, then do so. And no one commented like specifically for that, maybe because they assumed that I'd cover an old comment, and I'm not. So apologies for that. But if you have something that you really want me to talk about in these videos, then do sort of pipe up and say specifically. But just in general, like, you guys are... Oh good, they fixed themselves in the background there, that's good. You guys seem to be really enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. I like the way it's going. We did kind of like struggle with the pacing a little bit, I think, in the past, in terms of sometimes we didn't get anything done in an hour, which can work. Old Heaven Heart, I think, was a good episode. The finding the enchanted ring thing wasn't so much, I think. But, and then we have episodes like the last two, which I think have been really quite productive. So, and he's really getting into the Hell's Telvanni thing quite deeply now. Probably quicker than I expected. Even though he's not really like powerful in terms of like his spell repertoire, he's got enough tools to get the job done, and I think he's quite intuitive. What's the word I'm thinking of? But he's very good at working with what he has, and you know, just making the best of a bad situation, even if he doesn't realize he's doing it, perhaps. But yeah, so I really like the way that we're sort of progressing, though I do feel we need to get onto the main quest a bit more. However, having said that, if we do sort of like start to tidy up House Telvanni quite well, we could branch out into another way, because I kind of honestly saw the House Telvanni and the main quests running parallel. But now that we're doing a lot more of House Telvanni, because it seems to suit him, and the rewards are better and everything, it just seems, you know, with all the dwarven stuff that goes on with them, that as we get into the main quest and, you know, we're quite high up in House Telvanni, we could start something else with him. I think that would work quite well, rather than just ploughing through the main quest constantly, to give him another thing to do. So if you guys have any ideas on that possibility, then let me know, because it's certainly something that I'll consider opening up a third path, if you will, so we can do House Telvanni, the main quest, and something else. Although I do want to do, having said that, Tribunal, but that won't start for a little while anyway. So I don't know, maybe it's a bit ambitious, but you know, if you think of anything that might suit him, then let me know. But obviously the Mages Guild is kind of out because we've gone the House Telvanni way, and I don't think you can do both. So yeah, just if you think of anything else, then go ahead, let me know. Maybe because he becomes the Nervarine, then he gets into the whole temple thing or whatever. We'll see, I suppose. But yeah, generally all good. Really enjoying it. Glad you guys are, and yeah, onwards and upwards, I guess. You know, hopefully this is maintained, because one of the fears, I suppose, is that every episode is the episode where it all goes wrong. But it seems to be working. Seems to be working, this build. Eventually, we do seem to be getting there. We have one gold piece, but we have all this stuff. And I have water walking, thankfully. Just thinking for next time. Water walking I can cast with my 20 magicka, so that means I can go and I can sell these rubies over the water over there. Pick up a new quest there or whatever. So yeah, it's going okay. We're doing all right. Generally, we're doing fine. Yeah, I like it. I like how we get some money and then spend it, and we get some money, we spend it, we get some money, and we spend it, and that's just part of his character, that he's just so frivolous with money. He's never really saved in his life. He's never needed to, and we're learning about him, which is nice. And he's learning quite a lot along the way. So, on to the reading part, I guess. I'm just going to do a little jump cut that you probably won't even notice. But yeah, just in case I mess up the reading, and it's easy to edit out, but usually I just go with it. So anyway, the Lusty Argonian Maid and the Chronicles of Nuchu Left is apparently how it's said, and that makes perfect sense, actually. Nuchu Left, yeah, makes that's how I was told to pronounce it, so that's how I'm going to pronounce it. But for now, we're going to read the... No, actually, we'll do this one first, because we'll have to save that one till last. This is a chronicle of events of the historical significance to the Dwemer freehold colony of Nuchu-Left. The text was probably recorded by an Altmer, for it is written in Aldmeris. 23. The death of Lord Ilendam. It happened the second planting, PD 1220, whatever that means, that Lord Ilendam on a journey to the Western Isles, came to Nuchu-Left, and Protector Anchard and General Kunthukch met him there, and Delan Zanchu also came to the meeting. They talked together long by themselves, but this only was known of their business, that they were to be friends of each other. They parted, and they each went home to his own colony. So, Bluthanch and her sons came to hear of this meeting and saw this secret meeting as a treasonable plot against the councils, and they often talked of this amongst themselves. When the spring came, the councils proclaimed, as usual, a council meet in the halls of Bam's Amshend. The people accordingly assembled, handfasted with ale and song, drinking bravely, and much and many things were talked over at the drink table. And, among other things, were comparisons between different dwemer, and at last among the councillors themselves. One said that Lord Elendam excelled his fellow councillors by far and in every way, but at this, Councillor Bluthhanch was very angry and said that she was in no way less than Lord Elendam, and that she was eager to prove it. Instantly, both parties were so inflamed that they challenged each other to battle and ran to their arms. But some citizens who were less drunk and more understanding came between them and quieted them, and each went back to his colony. But nobody expected that they would ever meet in peace again together. But then, in the fall, Lord Elendam received a message from Councillor Bluthhanch, inviting him to parley at Hendor Stardom's. And all Hendam's kin and citizens strongly urged him not to come, fearing treachery. But Lord Elendam would not listen to counsel, not even carrying with him his guard of honour. And sadly, it came to pass that, while travelling to Hendor Stardom's, the Chinzish Pass, a host of foul creatures set upon Lord Elendam and killed him and all of his party. And many citizens said thereafter that Bluthhanch and her sons had conjured these beasts and set them upon Lord Elendam, but nothing was proven. Lord Elendam lies buried at a place called Leftush. Oh, that's handy. Okay. Alright then. So, at least we've got that then. And that is actually for a quest. Okay. The big one. The Lusty Argonian Maid. Act 4. Scene 3. Continued. Lifts her tail. Certainly not, kind sir. I'm here but to clean your chambers. Crantius Colto. Is that all you've come for, little one? My chambers? I have no idea what it is you imply, master. I am but a poor Argonian maid. So you are, my dumpling, and a good one at that, such strong legs and shapely tail. You embarrass me, sir. Fear not, you are safe here with me. I must finish my cleaning, sir. The mistress will have my head if I do not. Cleaning, eh? I have something for you. Here, polish my spear. But it's huge. It could take me all night. Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time. That's the end of the... Well, there we go. So now we can sell this, and we will keep that for the quest. Okay, well that was painless enough, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed that little Let's Discuss video. It doesn't feel like we discussed a whole lot, but I do hope that you enjoyed what I did discuss. And again, if you have anything you want me to discuss for next week or whenever, then let me know, and I shall do so next Wednesday-ish. Glad you guys were really enjoying it. Once again, appreciate all the comments and the views and everything. And yeah, just great that you guys are buying into the whole Karish story. It's nice, it really is. Okay, so see you guys soon. Toodaloo.